everyone. Welcome to another edition of Royally Rumbled. This is episode 8, and we are talking Elimination Chamber 2018. I'm your host, Jordan.
And I'm your other host, Robert. And we are here. It is a Raw exclusive pay-per-view. One of the only ones of those left, according to sources.
Yeah, there's not even sources anymore. They confirmed that after WrestleMania, every pay-per-view will be dual branded. It'll be hosted by Raw and SmackDown.
Thank God.
So let's just touch on that a little bit before we dive into this.
Sure.
That's going to be kind of a cluster, isn't it? Don't you think?
Well, with the pay-per-views that have gimmick matches, now you'll get your Raw women's version, your Raw men's version, your SmackDown women's version, your SmackDown men's version, and then anything else they could fit in 3 hours.
Yeah, and I also read that somewhere someone suggested that the pay-per-views are going to be bumped to 4-hour shows now with an hour pre-show.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's good from one standpoint where we're going to get 2 hours from each show, technically, but at the same time, it's going to make those pay-per-views feel so long.
Oh, definitely.
And then what are they going to do? They're going to make WrestleMania and like Royal Rumble and stuff like that 5 hours?
Yeah.
With a 2-hour pre-show? Like, I don't want this to come off and sound like I'm complaining, because I'm not.
No, what we got to do is just mainline the network. You just take the HDMI cord from the back of your TV and you just plug it directly into your eyeball, and then you will be inside the WWE forever.
This is the future. Digital WWE.
Sorry, I watched Altered Carbon, so that's why.
In other news, Ronda Rousey is signing her Raw contract.
Yes, this Sunday. It is on I'm assuming it's on the main card because they promoted it.
Yeah, they actually had a very cool video package for Ronda Rousey on Raw.
Yes.
All of the WWE video packages are fantastic. Ronda Rousey, WWE, she's finally here. She showed up at the Royal Rumble. I mean, we talked about her entering in the Royal Rumble.
Yep. I'm happy the way that they did it, even though the internet dragged them for it.
Upon reflection, having the women go on after the men, after everyone already was like tired out from that.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, it was the first time that they'd ever done something like that.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a lot to have 2 Royal Rumble matches on one card.
Yeah. And I understand the reason they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they were banking on Rousey showing up, and it did cause a bunch of promotion. It got them a bunch of publicity. It got a bunch of non-wrestling eyes on the product, which is good.
And it's only going to continue.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping that Shane or Daniel Bryan come out along with Charlotte, like stop her and give her a counter offer. And then we somehow get Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. I think they're still banking on people remembering a few WrestleManias ago where she came out of the crowd with The Rock and put Stephanie in a judo arm bar. So I definitely think that we're getting Triple H and Stephanie versus Rousey and anyone that they could fill that spot with that has free time. So
the only way that I would be totally okay with that would be if it's The Rock.
Yeah,
if they could somehow get The Rock to give up his time to come to WrestleMania and work a tag match with Ronda Rousey, I'm in.
Yeah.
Because then you'd actually be paying off the stuff that you'd set up.
Mm-hmm. I would be even for it if they don't announce her partner until he makes an entrance at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, that would add a good amount of mystery and surprise to the whole thing. And then you get people like us speculating on who it could be.
It's going to be Batista, dude.
I mean, sure. At this point, whatever. They're both movie stars, whatever. That's
Yeah, but one of them's the highest paid man in Hollywood, and the other one's Batista. So,
hey, he's Drax, all right? You leave him alone.
All right.
So our first match, we got Bray Wyatt versus Woken Matt Hardy. Who you got?
So, as we already know from Matt working in a previous organization, we'll call it, his promo work with this gimmick, Woken Matt Hardy, is legendary, right? Do we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. And WWE has completely neutered it.
Oh, 100%.
Completely neutered it. He doesn't get to talk at all on TV, and when he does, he's only ever saying delete and yes. So
and laughing. Don't forget laughing.
Yeah, and awkwardly laughing.
And doing that They don't
let him go
thing.
on. They don't let him go on those long diatribes where he, puts different words in and accentuates certain ways of speaking. Like, they don't let him do any of that stuff, and it's really sad, actually.
Because the whole broken woken thing is so different and unique. There was so much hype behind both Matt and Jeff coming back to WWE, going from that gimmick and being like Ring of Honor tag champs the day before to coming back and just being Team Extreme and the Novelty Act. And then we get this really watered down version of broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, it really stinks.
Granted, they were in that lawsuit with TNA, but now that's over.
Right, and Matt posts videos to YouTube doing like promos for the gimmick, but they're not for like WWE. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't know why
they're not promoting it.
Yeah, I think it's because creative didn't come up with it, so they're jealous that it's actually pretty good. Is the only thing I could think of for that. But in any event, this feud just needs a better build where they can go back and forth. And I don't mean go back and forth in pre-taped promos where they each get one sentence and then it cuts back to the other one as if they're replying to one another, but they're not. Because those are terrible and they're not working and they're not helping anybody. I don't know why nobody else sees this.
Yeah, it's the weirdest format.
Yeah,
they're
it doesn't
like
make any sense.
overproduced.
Yeah, you would think they would have Bray sit in his rocking chair. If you're gonna pre-tape it, let Bray be the pre-tape, right? And then the next week you have Matt respond from his compound. You know what I mean? Like, it would make more sense that way if you're gonna pre-tape it instead of having Matt sit in front of your third grade background for your photo and go yes over and over again to whatever Bray Wyatt says. Bray keeps calling him a liar, but we don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And I get that the idea is that we don't know what Matt's talking about anyway. That's part of the fun of it. But we really have no idea because we never knew what Bray was talking about anyway. So it's really unclear. They should either be in the ring throwing these back and forth at one another, or they should get full promos to go back and forth with one another that are pre-taped. You can't do a back and forth pre-tape. It doesn't make any sense.
Within weeks of each other, there needs to be like actual time. Not like, oh, we have this here. Let's cut away to Matt. Let's cut back to Bray. Let's cut away to Matt.
Yeah, it's too much. And we've already discussed, I think, a few times that creative has absolutely failed Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt as a character whose win-loss record is what it is, it's absolutely laughable. In the year 2014, he had 49 wins and 129 losses. 2015, 28 wins, 133 losses. 2016, 24 wins, 107 losses. 2017, 37 wins, 95 losses.
Wow, he actually won 35 times last year?
And then out of the 13 or so matches he's had in 2018, he's won 2.
So he's right on track then.
Yeah, so like, and a lot of people say like wins, losses don't matter.
They do.
So you call John Cena Big Match John. Bray Wyatt is the opposite of that, because for every big match that he has lost.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever come out on top of a feud.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Yeah. Maybe against the New Day when they had that whole thing, but that ended quickly.
Yeah. And, like, Bray is so far down the totem pole right now, I don't even think a win here would matter.
It wouldn't.
Because he won at Raw 25 in a really terrible match in the Manhattan Center against Matt Hardy, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew. It ended on like
it was just a quick Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
And that was it.
But in any event, I have Matt winning this match. I'm not, because of the creative leading up to the match, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
I want to see it get time, but it's not. So I don't know what they should do with this anymore. It was a really cool idea 2 years ago to have broken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt, but now it is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
So
the only thing I could say here is, if for whatever reason Bray Wyatt beats Matt Hardy, this could potentially break the Woken Warrior. You know, and then we get actual legit broken Matt Hardy.
Oh, so you're saying that he'll go from being woken to being broken?
Yes, because when they first started the gimmick, they were still involved in that legal battle, so they were like tiptoeing around it. But now all bets are off, the tape's off, gloves are off. So that's the only way I could see Bray Wyatt winning. But I mean, I also think Matt's gonna win. So that's
yeah.
just,
I don't know.
We don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
All right, our next match is the undefeated Asuka versus Nia Jax in a singles match, where if Nia wins, she gets added to the Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 34.
You know, I've really liked how they've built this match up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Asuka's going to win, but still.
Yes, I have that as well.
I like how Nia's been attacking Asuka, basically showing that she's a legitimate threat to Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Asuka's going to win. She's going to go on. She's going to win the title at WrestleMania, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Nia Jax stood tall on Raw after her most latest attack, so I don't see it going well for her at the pay-per-view. I think the stipulation makes the match a bit more interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that they'll just wind up putting Nia in the match anyway. You know?
Well, something I was thinking about was Asuka never officially named what title she's going after.
No, she didn't, because Ronda Rousey interrupted.
So say Asuka beats Nia Jax here, and then Asuka jumps ship to wrestle Charlotte for SmackDown Live, giving us Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
I mean, yeah, and I think best case scenario, Asuka wrestles Charlotte, because I think that'd be a more interesting match than Asuka versus what's going to turn into a multi-woman bout for Raw, because they just want to get everybody involved. I think they believe in Charlotte as a one-on-one competitor that will actually draw.
At this point, with the way that they've built her up over the years, yeah.
Yeah. Where Raw, they always just put as many women as they can into anything, you know.
I mean,
so they don't have to rely on one person actually taking it home.
Although I think this year with Asuka, they might be able to do that.
Yeah, definitely. If she doesn't go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I have Asuka riding her win streak all the way to WrestleMania, brother.
Yeah, and beyond.
Oh, definitely.
The first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match for the Raw Women's Championship. We see the champion Alexa Bliss defending against Bayley, Sasha Banks, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, and Mickie James. You know, I'm really glad that they redesigned the chamber before the women started competing inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
because I think they would have probably gotten seriously hurt because that original chamber was so brutal and so barbaric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily like the competitors that are in this match. It feels very thrown together. Specifically, I don't feel like Absolution, being Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, have earned their way into this, like, at all.
Yeah.
They just were, like, they just announced the competitors for it. Where for the men's match, they had, like, qualifying, you know?
Well, they originally used to do the qualifying matches for the Elimination Chamber, and then they stopped for a few years. I don't know why. I always liked the idea that people would have to qualify for the match.
Yeah, yeah.
So for them to say, okay, we've got qualifying matches for the men's Elimination Chamber, but wait, here's all of the women that are going to be competing within the match.
Right. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And I don't like it at all. But I also didn't like Alexa's quick turn that one night after they announced it, where she, like, argued with Kurt Angle in the ring about why doesn't Brock Lesnar have to defend his championship? And it was like, you haven't defended your title since October, and you've had, like, one match on Raw since then. So calm down.
Yeah.
I don't know why WWE would open themselves up to a line of questioning that could fall under the umbrella of feminism. They're doing a lot of really good stuff for the women wrestlers right now, and it's a really good run for them.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why they would want to open themselves up to that kind of stuff.
Planting seeds, brother.
Yeah, but when you literally control the narrative and everything that is said on your television program, why would you want to even invite this line of thinking? It was a really bad idea, and it didn't suit her well. It didn't make any sense because her character literally is like a brat.
Yeah.
And then suddenly she cares about fairness. That didn't make any sense. So I was all against that. Like, all against that.
Yeah, the way that they've been, like, writing her character hasn't made much sense the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I
and
get,
suddenly she's all girl power with Mickie James now, which is like, whatever. Okay.
I mean, I get to a degree why she's doing that, because think about it. There's pairs, Bayley and Sasha, Mandy and Sonya, and then Bliss and Mickie James.
Yep.
When Mickie James re-debuted on SmackDown Live, she helped Alexa Bliss.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm sure we're just bringing it back around to that. We just had that fun singles match between the two of them the last time that Bliss defended her title.
Yeah.
That being said, I think Bliss is going to retain.
So do I, because why would she lose the title at this point?
I think she's going to be I think she's just using Mickie James.
I hope so. I mean, that would be a good payoff for a really confusing turn for her character.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger question in this match is, will Sasha finally turn heel?
That's what I'm thinking. They've been teasing this since SummerSlam of last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say SummerSlam. It's been way longer than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, SummerSlam of last year, yes.
I'm thinking Sasha eliminates Bayley here.
Yeah.
Because Bayley got the one-up on her on their singles match. Because Sasha's clearly got to be the heel here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, which is like the only reason for them to be there. I mean, Bliss is technically a heel, I guess.
I feel so bad for Paige.
Yeah, Mickie James and Bayley are the faces with Sasha for now until she turns. But yeah, this is definitely the match that Paige was supposed to be in.
Yeah, for sure.
And it sucks. It really sucks that she's not in it, because it would be completely different if Paige was in it.
Yeah.
I would feel so much better about this match if Paige was in it. But we have Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, whose ability in the ring I don't believe in yet. So.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. They haven't done anything to prove that they belong.
No.
So, I don't know.
But Sonya Deville can shadowbox like a MFer, so.
Yeah. She's just going to be squashed by Ronda Rousey when she comes up.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
She just chokes her out.
That's the first ever women's elimination chamber. I can't even think about any spots that they're going to do. The only big thing that I could see happening would be maybe Sasha does the jumping double knees off the top of the pod.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That could be cool. Or a Bailey to belly from up there, intercepting somebody trying to climb to the top.
Oh yeah.
What about a twisted bliss from up there though?
Oh.
That's a bit risky, I think.
Yeah.
But,
I could see a Bailey to belly onto the top of the pod.
Ooh.
Like two of them are fighting up there because of the redesign now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited. This will be fun.
The next one is the main event of the evening, I believe. It is the men's Elimination Chamber match, the winner of which gets the number one contender spot and goes on to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 34. We have the first ever 7-man Elimination Chamber match, which is going to feature Braun Strowman versus Elias versus Finn Balor versus John Cena versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. What do you got? This is a big one. What do you got going on here? This is a big one,
and there's a lot of different threads going on here.
Yes.
The gauntlet match from Monday was amazing.
Yes.
Absolutely incredible. It went on for 2 hours.
2 hours. Seth Rollins put on a wrestling clinic, participating in 1 full hour of the 2-hour gauntlet match.
Just unbelievable. He's the guy that they should be building Monday Night Raw around.
Yeah, and he proved it again.
Yeah, and the crowd was behind him. Everyone was into the match, and it wasn't your typical Raw match. That felt like a pay-per-view quality match.
Yep, it did.
From everyone.
Because he and Roman killed each other. And then he and Cena had I saw some people on Twitter saying it was a 5-star match. And then other people were getting mad because Gargano and Almas was an actual 5-star match. So they were trying to compare the two. I don't think it doesn't go that far. It was a really good match. And you only get that from John Cena when he actually cares about who he's wrestling with.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, listing all those guys and gonna discuss all the threads here, doesn't Cena seem like the odd man out for the first time in like 12 years?
Yeah, him and kind of The Miz, honestly.
Yes, I agree. They don't have anything for them individually at the moment, so they just put them in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what Cena's doing in this match, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's believable for John Cena to want to go after the championship. It's a story as old as time.
Yeah, Cena versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see that for the first time in my life.
I know. Maybe he can get suplexed another 16 times and then Brock Lesnar could go away for another 6 months.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
Anyway, so Cena keeps talking about if he misses this, he's not going to have a road to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So that bothers him for whatever reason, that he's not included in one of the main feuds going into WrestleMania. So it makes me wonder, like, is he actually on the road to meeting The Undertaker? Or is maybe Samoa Joe going to cost John Cena the match?
Oh, okay.
Those are my two
where you're going with that.
predictions for the John Cena thread. Because right before Samoa Joe got injured, he was involved in a start of a program with John Cena, calling him out.
I would definitely like to see Cena versus Samoa Joe at WrestleMania way more so than I would like to see John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
My only problem with that is I feel like out of those two matches, John Cena's winning either way.
Ugh.
And that's why I don't want to see Samoa Joe lose at WrestleMania to John Cena, because we don't need that. Because it happened,
dude. I mean,
it happened with Rusev. It happened with Bray Wyatt. John Cena comes in as the underdog and then buries him.
No, yeah, I know what you mean, and I agree that he did that to those two guys, and especially Rusev at that point in his career did not deserve that.
No.
And it also killed Bray Wyatt's momentum going into WrestleMania that one year.
That was Bray Wyatt's first WrestleMania, and he lost it to John Cena.
Yeah, that was terrible. But I think with Samoa Joe, because he's so established, it's different. But also Cena's been losing an awful lot very cleanly recently.
Not to Finn Balor.
Well, not to Finn Balor, but in just recently he's been actually, both shoulders are down and like nothing crazy happened to put him down. So I could definitely see there's a path that Samoa Joe could beat him at WrestleMania.
Hey, if Samoa Joe is going to go over John Cena at WrestleMania, sign me up. It'd be a great match.
That would be a great match, and I would definitely want to see that. In any event, so that's the Cena thread. I feel like The Miz leads off. This is only going to turn into Miz and Finn Balor getting squared away for WrestleMania.
That's what I'm thinking.
For the Intercontinental
it seems
title.
kind of inevitable. And dare I say Miz Taraj versus Balor Club.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that too, for sure. And that's definitely going to be the filler on Raw leading up to it for that.
Yeah. I mean, I think Finn Balor's definitely better than dealing with the Miz Taraj and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
They need to utilize him as the star that he is.
Yeah, he should be trying to get his title back that he never lost.
Yeah. The fact that it's been over a year is unbelievable to me. It's going on 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I definitely agree. And I think that he knows that.
Yeah.
Like, he comes out and he's all smiles, but it doesn't seem genuine,
No. And you could tell it kind of eats at him.
Yeah.
Watching that 24 special talking about him getting back to being at the level he was at. The dude's so heartbroken that he got his opportunity, pushed his way through that match, and then got nothing. So I don't know. And I feel like The Miz is a little bit better than just dropping the belt to Finn Balor at WrestleMania. I think The Miz deserves more.
Well, I think what they should do is add a stipulation that makes the match interesting. So I would like to see it be a ladder match.
Okay.
Like something that would actually get the crowd excited to see The Miz versus, and either bar those guys from ringside, or say that if either guy's friends get involved, they lose it. Something where you get rid of the outside interference aspect of it.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you have to have it actually cost him a match on Raw, where they actually get upset. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to actually write this story down,
Well, I mean, they technically started to this past Monday in the Gauntlet match, because the only reason Miz beat Balor was because of the outside interference.
Exactly.
So, the story is starting.
Yeah. There's a solid foundation for them to have a really good program. And I want that for both of them.
And it'll be Demon Balor's first appearance at WrestleMania. So
yes,
I'm very excited for that entrance. So those are those two threads for Miz and Finn Balor.
We've got Elias and Braun have a thing going on.
A little bit. I think it's
a little bit.
I think it's temporary.
Yeah. It's just a holdover kind of situation. Elias is awesome, and I want him to do big things.
Dude's a superstar, and I think this match is going to be the platform that he needs.
Yeah, because they haven't really given him the opportunity necessarily to show himself off in a big match yet.
He had that great triple threat match with Cena and Strowman, though.
Yeah. No, I that notwithstanding, I mean, like they've. It's just he's always doing promos as opposed to showing you what he's got in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they really need to. I mean, they're having him come in last to this, which I guess I understand.
It's good because it'll protect him.
Yeah, but I thought it would have been more of a coming out party for him if he came in at the beginning, or we didn't know when he was going to come in, so he could actually outlast for a little while. You know what I mean?
That's a thing now with these types of matches. I hate knowing when a certain competitor is going to enter a match.
Yeah.
Because it takes some of the fun out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So that's the Elias. So what about Strowman?
So Strowman is super entertaining. And I feel like he is one big win away on a large stage from being an absolute megastar.
Yeah.
Like he is like one big win over at least a decent name, you know?
Yeah.
From just like transcending where he's at right now.
He totally has all of the potential in the world.
He does, and he's so much more calm on the mic now.
He's got the personality. He's got the size. He's got the look. He's got the strength and the speed and the moveset. He's got everything.
And a massive upright bass.
Dude could slap a bass.
Did you hear the some guy on YouTube covered Nickelback's How You Remind Me?
No.
But did it as Braun Strowman, saying, "I'm not finished with you yet."
Oh, shit.
It is unbelievably good.
Oh, God.
And Strowman even retweeted it.
That's great.
And he was like, this is too good to ignore.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I recommend after listening to this, go out and listen to that video because it's unbelievably good. So yeah, Braun is a megastar. I don't know what they're gonna give him for WrestleMania, but he needs somebody that's a big name that's gonna put him over in a big way.
Yeah, for sure.
At the grandest stage of them all, so they have a bona fide superstar to battle their inevitable champion at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns. Which leads me to the next thing.
Before we get onto that, though.
To the inevitable?
To the inevitable. Let's talk about Seth Rollins.
Let's.
You know, because
what's he doing?
Rollins is the man.
Do you think Rollins is going to face Kurt Angle at WrestleMania?
You know, I saw that, and I don't know what to think about that. I would like it. I mean, as a fan.
Right now, it doesn't make any sense.
No. They'd have to build it.
Yeah. Right now, it doesn't make any damn sense.
And I think they've planted some seeds and put some feelers out. Like, okay, we're going to have Angle and Rollins interact a little bit more, you know? Now that we don't have to worry about the whole Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to get neck surgery, that poor bastard. Yeah, but it's the same neck surgery that Edge had to have, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if it was that serious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I read was correct, it was the same surgery Edge had to have.
Huh.
That's why he didn't wrestle for like a month before they decided to get him the surgery.
I know he's going to be out for a while.
Yeah, it was like at least 9 months, something like that.
Yeah. When he does come back, we'll see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
He was vibing for a little while here with the heel heat.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the Seth Rollins Kurt Angle match because Kurt Angle has seemed so awkward and nervous since coming back to WWE.
Yeah, he's really terrible on script. oh my God, that's worth $12 million. Quite possibly the most cringeworthy delivery of a stupidly written line ever. It was bad. I don't know if I even like Kurt Angle in the GM role, to be honest with you. He seems like he's in way over his head. He forgets stuff. He's super sweaty. He turns red like immediately.
Hey.
And he's always stumbling over what he's trying to say. Like, I don't know what happened. I like my Kurt Angle wrestling.
Yeah, I'd prefer Seth Rollins over Triple H in this role.
Oh, God,
because I do not want to
please.
see Triple H versus Kurt Angle.
Yeah, and if that's the case, dude, give me, like we talked about last episode, give me Braun Strowman versus Triple H, because I at least know Triple H will do the job.
Yeah.
Because Triple H has the most losses at WrestleMania ever.
Yeah. And, hey, he could be the bona fide megastar that you're talking about that puts Strowman over.
Yeah, exactly. So give me that. I'll take that. Definitely.
So I think now we have to both mutually agree on who we feel is winning this match, right?
Yeah. We were circling the drain there for a bit.
Yeah, there's one thread left, and his name is the Big Dog, Roman Reigns.
Ooh. Yeah, Roman Reigns is winning this and going on to beat Brock Lesnar after kicking out of an F5 at WrestleMania 34.
Yeah.
And then he's going to hold that title, and he's going to stand on the turnbuckle, and he's going to be so proud of himself as if nobody knew that this was going to happen. And I'm telling you right here, it's going to be 11/17 on April, what is the day? April 7th, April 8th? That WrestleMania is?
I don't think that's going on last.
Oh, it's going on last.
If they're smart, they wouldn't put that on last.
Oh, they're putting it on last.
Oh, God.
They're putting it on last. The Big Dog's going over last. And he's going to hold that title over his head, and he's going to do that thing where his arms are a little closer together than everybody else when they taunt to the crowd. And he's going to hold that title up, and the crowd is just going to boo mercilessly as the fireworks go off in New Orleans.
The first man to ever main event 4 WrestleManias in a row. It's more than Stone Cold Steve Austin, folks.
Well, he's better.
I'm biting my tongue.
Because girls cheer for him.
I'm biting my tongue.
Yeah, it's happening, folks. So get prepared. Roman Reigns is winning. And that's that.
Yeah, that about wraps it up. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward card, honestly.
Yeah,
it seems.
Because really, if you look at who we have winning, there's really no surprises here.
Yeah,
Matt Hardy, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Roman Reigns.
I think this is the first time we've ever agreed on
the whole card. Yeah,
on every match.
Yep.
Wow, there's a first time for everything, folks.
It's really. I mean, it's a simple one. It's not. Yeah. You know, I'm sure that there's going to be some tag team stuff added to the pre-show.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get like the club and Revival.
Yep.
So. And
the bar. I mean, they don't even have the bar on the card, so I'd like to see the bar.
I'm sure we'll get the
involved.
bar versus Titus Worldwide.
They should just. They're gonna revert back to doing the Fatal 4-Way tag team match because creative has nothing for anybody.
Did you just travel to the future?
Now hold on a minute, players.
Oh, man.
Let's make this a tag team match.
A tag team match. Wait, is it gonna be an 8-man tag?
Oh yeah. They team up the heel team, and then they team up the face teams.
Yep.
But what would that even be in this scenario, right? So let's just hypothetically say, which we know this is going to happen, on the pre-show, there's going to be some sort of backstage promo, and there's going to be some sort of pushing and shoving, and Kurt Angle is going to come out of nowhere, and his face is going to be red as all hell.
And he's going to be sweaty.
And he's going to be super sweaty, and he's going to go, guys, on Raw we settle it in the ring, or something. And he's gonna say he's gonna slap somebody in the chest and go, "It's you guys versus you guys out there right now." And then Corey Graves is gonna take the side of somebody that doesn't deserve their side to be taken. And then Michael Cole's gonna very loudly disagree, and we're gonna get a 8-man tag team match. But who are the teams?
So we've got the tag champs, the Bar, teaming up with the Revival.
Okay.
Versus the Club and Titus Worldwide.
Okay.
And since the titles aren't on the line, the faces are going over to pop the crowd.
Oh God. But then what if then the Titus Worldwide gets the win, and Apollo is the one who makes the pin over whoever on the other team.
Okay.
And the Club gets upset that he did that, and they call Titus Worldwide nerds.
That will also pop the crowd.
And they leave ringside, and they high-five each other.
No, they too sweet each other.
Oh, that's right. They too sweet each other.
I could see all of that happening. So you heard it here first. It is currently Tuesday night at 9:25 Eastern time.
Yeah, we skipped SmackDown to do this. So.
It's fine. There's nothing going on there
nothing.
either. I don't even have to check Twitter. So yeah, you heard it here first. What did we say? 11-17. Roman Reigns
11-17. Roman Reigns is holding that title over his head.
It's gonna be. It's not about one city.
It's about the world, brother.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm Jordan.
I'm Robert.
You could follow us on Twitter at Royally Rumbled, or individually at Alex Shepard, no vowels, and at Yesball.
On the Instagram and the Twitters. Follow us both. Or just the Royally Rumbled page.
Make sure you live tweet with us during Elimination Chamber. It's gonna It's gonna be pretty predictable, so get those GIFs and memes ready.
Yeah, and if you like them, just make sure you copy and paste them and post them as your own.
No. You're supposed to retweet.
Oh, yeah, that would make more sense so as to give credit to the original thought. Okay.
The whole point of Twitter is to retweet.
So I have a joke for you. Tweet, and retweet are on a boat. Tweet and tweet fall off. Who's left?
Retweet?
And there you have it, folks. Enjoy Elimination Chamber.